You're in the Business Insurance Zone with me, Steve Savant, national insurance columnist and financial color commentator. This week on The Biz, our monthly update series for October 2012. And on today's show, our life insurance update with special guest Jessica Lopez, recognized siren of the spreadsheets.
When it comes to life insurance, annuities, long-term care, disability, or group pension plans, we're the news you can use.
Well, welcome everyone to the Business Insurance Zone. I'm your host, Steve Savant, and we're broadcasting live to a nationwide audience of financial advisors right here in Fountain Hills, Arizona, home of America's largest fountain. And with me, fresh from Quebec, Canada, parlez-vous français?
I wish I did.
Yeah, well, the only French I know is s'il vous plaît, Target. Do you speak Target?
I speak Target for sure.
Okay, we do. Well, welcome, Jessica, back to the United States of America on your international travels. And we're talking about our update today. A lot of product changes again. We want to make sure that anytime you want any of these, say, Steve, I want the sheet for the complete product changes. You want the actual carrier bulletins, we'll send all this to you. Just write me, thebiz@brokersalliance.com, and I'm always happy to send it to you. One little heads up before we get in and let Jessica loose on this whole product issues. I don't have really any significant upgrades on all of our due diligence. I looked at all our wire services. There has been no change. We had a plethora last month. This it's been weak, and the carriers that were on there were only 2 or 3. If you say, Steve, I still want to know about it, just write me at thebiz@brokersalliance.com. I'll be happy to send it to you. Well, Jesse, we have product changes, and it's just in time because remember, we're in October now, and we're going to be heading into our substandard season in about 30 days. I don't know if you have
love
cases.
this time of year.
I do too. You better start sandbagging right now. But let's talk about some of the changes that have happened on our product changes to get everybody up to speed.
Okay, absolutely. We have quite a few updates to go over today. First, I'm going to go ahead and touch on AVIVA and what they're doing. Effective October 1st, they are making some changes. They have basically provided an increase in all NLG premiums on the following products. So we're looking at the Advantage Builder 4. We're also looking at the Guaranteed UL Solutions 3, as well as the AVIVA Survivorship Builder with the NLG Rider. The premium increase will range from 10% for most cases to upwards of 25% on single premium cases.
Wow. And by the way, just to remember, a couple days from now, Eric and I are going to be talking about the AG38 reg that's forcing all these carriers to reserve more, and it's changing their NGL product. I mean, all these guaranteed ULs are being changed, and this is just one. This is just another carrier. They're not the only one. There's just another carrier that's under the same gun because of low interest rate environment.
Absolutely. Also to mention, there will be a reduction in cap rates on index strategies, fixed strategies, and the basic index strategy on all IUL products. For the second 2-year point-to-point strategy, the reduction will be at 100 basis points. And for all other strategies, it will be 50 basis points. And we have more information that we can go ahead and send over to you that supports this information. In addition to that, for AVIVA, the Survivorship Builder has now been approved in Virginia, and that's actually going to be effective as of October 1st, which is right around the corner. And also we have transition rules for ISUL. The new product is basically in effect, and you have up until September 28th for the applications to be submitted on that. And we'll be sending notifications out to you regarding that as well. In regards to the rate changes, notice that there have been posted new rate changes for October 1st for AVIVA. And if you wanted to kind of touch on that, there have been changes, of course, updates here for the Lifetime Builder, Advantage Builder, and so forth. We have a complete grid that lists everything for you.
We'll send you everything. Just order it, thebiz@brokersalliance.com. I'm happy to send it to you.
All right, now one thing I wanted to point out I was pretty excited about, again, we're talking about end of the year submission of sales. A lot of the carriers are coming up with opportunities to, give you a little bit of help to push those cases through, get better rates, better deals in underwriting. Nationwide stands out. Great underwriting opportunity. Right now they are willing to offer the non-tobacco preferred plus rates to clients who qualify for preferred non-tobacco.
Just till the end of the year though, right?
Just till the end of the year. So the rules on this basically are going to be that the formal application needs to be submitted by December 31st, and applications must be actually received by January 11th, so they give you a little bit of extra time there to get that in. And so that's a pretty good deal. Just think about what the savings would be there.
And you're going to see some of these other carriers do this because everybody's trying to get the last quarter sales up, and one of these ways is playing in the health categories, and this is just one carrier that's doing that.
Right, absolutely. Another carrier that's provided us with news would be Principal and their Universal Life Protector 4. Basically the changes here that were effective as of September 24th are the single limited pay premium increases of approximately 5% on average, as well as the minimal level pay premium changes. They give you some transition guidelines there. Of course, we can provide you with that as well, give you a reminder. But for the transition here, the new UL Protector 4 rates are available effective the 24th, and you do have up until really October to go ahead and get those in at the older rates. With the Principal Survivorship Universal Life Protector product, this actually provides you with guaranteed death benefit protection, affordable premiums for continuous and limited single pay scenarios, as well as an effective solution for estate planning and wealth transfer.
And just a little heads up, these guys want to be player in substandard, so we'll be looking to them in about 30 days to see if they're going to play or not.
Absolutely. All right, moving on to American General. American General, as of September 24th, has announced a pricing change on their AG Secure Lifetime GUL policies issued by American General and United States Life Insurance. The policies for this, the transition basically period I want to just make you aware of is that policies issued with an effective date of October 24th or after will receive the new rate. So if you have anything that's kind of in that transition period, just give us a call. We can make sure that you're squared away there. And then lastly, I have here for MetLife. MetLife, as of September 24th, has launched the MetLife Provider Universal Life in additional 6 states. Arizona, Florida, Nevada, Oregon, and Texas have all now adopted this product, so you're free to go ahead right there. And that particular product is a death benefit that guaranteed up to age 95. I'm sorry, 95. 25. Wow. That would be a very short period of time. 95.
Well, when we come back, we're going to touch on some of the other issues that are product updates for today, and we'll address the standard term and guaranteed universal life spreadsheets. And don't forget to enroll in IULUniversity.com for the best training, education, and support when it comes to life insurance as retirement income.
You're listening to the insurance industry's #1 resource for products, planning ideas, carrier information, and interviews you can use. When it comes to life insurance, annuities, long-term care, disability, or group pension plans, we're the news you can use.
Welcome to the Brokers Alliance Workshop. I'm Jessica Lopez, and that's Steve Savant. What are you doing?
I'm sandbagging standard and substandard cases for my producers for the impaired risk season.
Steve means he's holding back hard-to-place cases for submission until November.
But if your client needs coverage now, we'll have it underwritten, have the policy owner pay the quarterly premium, and then we'll resubmit it in November.
If you have cases that have been declined, postponed, or heavily rated, we'll package your case with the right company for the best offer.
So let the sandbagging begin. Well, welcome back to the Business Insurance Zone. I'm Steve Savant with Jessica Lopez. And remember, you can order today's giveaways at thebiz@brokersalliance.com. And just a heads up, before moving forward with any of the ideas on the show, always consult your tax advisor and broker-dealer compliance officer. We're talking about standard term and guaranteed universal life spreadsheets because we want to make sure that you understand what you're going to be up against in about 30 days as we head for substandard season. It's going to be an impaired risk, I think, heaven, because all carriers that are going to play in this space are going to be trying to do their best to capture business, and I think we're going to be able to have a bidding war. I hate to be like that, it sounds like eBay of insurance, but it's going to be a really good time and an opportunity for clients to get really great rates. So when we talk about the standard rates, we're going to be talking about it tomorrow in relation to table shaving, so you got to kind of know standard rates.
Right.
This is the play we're going to play. We're going to show it today in 10-year term, 15, 20, and 30-year term, as well as we're going to do guaranteed universal life. We're going to use male 50, non-smoker preferred, or I'm sorry, non-smoker standard, and we're going to do $1 million. And if you say, Steve, this is a huge report. It is. It's really big, and we did the entire term market and most of the GUL market, and you say, I want that, just order it at thebiz@brokersalliance.com. Well, Jesse, let's just do the term first. And let's go 10-year. And again, remember, when we talk about insurance, and just a little indemnification heads up here, when I think of term, I think of temporary expense reimbursement money. This is for temporary liability.
Yes.
So the term market's huge for issues of temporary indemnification or temporary protection. So let's talk about who the players in 10-year.
Okay. Players for the 10-year term products are going to be MetLife. Again, we're looking at Male, 50, $1 million. MetLife comes up at top, $1,399 in annual premium, followed by Savings Bank Life at $1,400, and then Principal at $1,500.
Well, I got to give it to the Snoop Dogg of the
Yes.
insurance industry, right? The blimp, the Hindenburg of all that is insurance. Metropolitan, as big as they are, to be a player in the 10-year spot, I mean, I'm impressed, man, because there's usually career shops that also have brokerage are not going to be as edgy. But really, in this case, especially on the standard boilerplate,
Right.
these guys are players, and they got monster retention. When we get into substandard season, they could be a player.
Absolutely right. Now, for 15-year, MetLife, again, comes out on top.
Wow.
$2,079, followed by Savings Bank Life, or SBLI. That's at $2,110. And then by ING, 15-year, as well as Banner Life, both at about $2,100.
Now, heads up, is that Banner Life standard or is that Banner Life's standard plus?
That would actually be Standard Plus.
Okay, now just remember, this is all going to be important. We're going to talk about this on tomorrow's show because we're going to be doing our underwriting update and setting ourselves up for the preseason for impaired risk. And they're one of the few carriers that play in what I call the Standard Plus space, them and American General.
Perfect. Okay. Now moving on to the 20-year term, MetLife again comes out at $2,700, followed by Savings Bank Life, $2,900, and American National as well at $2,900, 20-year term.
That was American National?
Yes.
I'm in shock.
American National.
Wow.
Now, Banner Life and ING are all neck and neck with American National, so they're all around the $2,900 mark there.
Well, then that's going to be an underwriting issue. By the time you
Right.
get to standard plates, again, we'll be talking about this all tomorrow with Jessica. When we look at these plates, and to see Metropolitan playing at the level that they're playing at, this is pretty important. And if they can be an underwriter player, I already know they're big in retention. If they can be a player, they could be a monster player the last quarter of this year.
Absolutely.
Who's playing at the 30 at this age? Anybody?
Want to take a stab at it? Who comes out on top?
I was going to say Genworth, but they're out of it now. I mean, honestly, until they left the market, that's who I would have said.
Right,
yes, but
right.
no,
MetLife again.
Oh my gosh.
$4,500 in annual premium, followed by Transamerica at $5,100, as well as American National again. I know that American National has been coming up a lot lately. They've been putting out there some new items that are available. They actually have the IGO application that's available on their products as well now. So they've been stepping it up a bit.
A little commercial for American National. Not that not that they're paying us for it, but I just want to bring up that these people actually really own a space in qualified markets. Cash balance plans, defined benefit, defined contribution,
Right.
and they have great material. Anytime I go, oh, what was that login? What was the code? What was the regulation? I just go to their stuff. They have great intel on this. So just a little heads up on that. Now let's just migrate a bit. Again, remember, you say, oh, I want that complete sheet. I want to see everybody. Well, we put everybody in there that I can think of, and just order it at brokersalliance.com, and I'll send it to you. Now we're looking at the guaranteed UL market. Oh, this report used to be pages long. So many people, and we're going to be talking about this with Eric Thursday's show about AG38 and the impact, especially on GUL. It's going to be a huge issue about reserves, shadow accounts, secondary guarantees. We're going to be all over that with Eric. But talk about guaranteed UL, and this report gives you the yin and yang of standard plus and standard on the same report. That's why I like it.
Yeah, it's great because you got to make sure that you're comparing. You're looking at the premium, number one. Premium tolerance is extremely important, and you can't always just take it as, oh, right, well, this is standard plus versus their standard and vice versa, because you never know.
Right.
You just never know, and this really does prove it. United of Omaha, we're taking a look at $1 million, male, 50 years old, and this would be a standard non-smoker. So they come back at $8,000 for that annual premium, and that is actually at standard plus non-smoker. Versus American General at Standard Plus would be $9,000. And let's just take a look here and see where the next jump is. Genworth comes up at about $10,000, and we have about 10 carriers that follow in about that range.
When you look at it, United of Omaha, I mean, Carl Perkins, Wild Kingdom, these guys could be players.
Right.
If they could underwrite in the last quarter, that standard rate is so far below number 2, 3, and 4, that could be the way to go. I mean, I don't want to push any one carrier, as we all do, but you can order that report, GUL, at the biz at brokersalliance.com. Remember to watch this show and all our shows by just clicking on the red on-demand video button right on our homepage at brokersalliance.com. Well, that's the Buzz on the Biz for today. Get in the zone. The Business Insurance Zone.
The Biz is brought to you by Brokers Alliance, a national leader in insurance products, support services, and educational workshops. When it comes to life insurance, annuities, long-term care, disability, or group pension plans, we're the news you can use.